For IFL TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. I'm at the Matchroom headquarters today for the kind of end of season barbecue. With me, I've got promoter Steve. What are we doing, Steve?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you.
Good, very exciting time for you at the moment. Joining in well, kind of a deal with two other promoters with Eddie in terms of putting on an online platform and stuff. Could you talk to me a little bit how this came about?
Well, to be honest with you, I think we're all doing it ourselves anyway, but in a lot smaller scale because we've not got the back in the Matchroom, and I think Eddie's realised now that he's got too many fighters to keep him busy on the Sky shows, and he's looking where he can work somewhere else with it not being too much time and involvement. Now, with us already doing it, I think what he's realised is that with his help he can get a few fighters onto our shows and make it a little bit easier for him and a little bit easier for us. So I think it's a win-win, and also not just for us as promoters but for the boxers as well, because they'll get better exposure, and obviously if Eddie's involved and watching, there's more chance of him that he's going to see him and like him and give him a chance to fight in the Matchroom shows, which, you know, it's difficult. I mean, I've got ABA champions, I can't even do deals with people to get on TV.
I think you should be commended, Steve, for the work that you've done, taking Tommy Coyle and the likes of Josh Warrington from the small hall shows, building them up, building their status up to the point where they're recognising the headline in their own shows. It's a fantastic achievement for your promotional company, it really is. Yeah,
I appreciate that, but you know, I've been doing that for 15 years now, and you know, I've said it before, you know, ideally we'd all like a TV show, but you can't all get one. So, you know, I've got to graft at the bottom, work hard, get the kids work hard, get them to the right fights, build them at the right time, and you know, when to do go from me, you know, I keep them as a manager and make sure that, you know, the promoter does the right thing by the boys as well.
Is it a case of building up stars to then try to get them to breaking through to the big TV shows? Would that kind of facilitate this deal?
Yeah, that's how it works. You know, the bottom line is, you know, the lads want to be British and European and world champions, and you know, without TV you can't afford to pay them that. So, you know, so obviously I'm not daft. I know when I signed the lads up that you know, for their benefit and my benefit really, you know, we've got a job to do to a certain level, and we've got to pass them on. You know, they want to earn good money and you can't afford it on non-TV shows, so you know, we can get them to a level where they move on to the TV shows and they earn good money. I still manage them, get a percentage of them, which I then can put back into the shows to bring the next stars through. So that's just the way it works, you know.
It's like a conveyor belt then?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, yeah. And you know, some kids are very fortunate, and when I say very fortunate, they work for it, you know, the top amateurs and they turn over and they get TV deals, but you know, there's fewer and fewer of getting them. As I said, I've had ABA champions who can't get them a TV deal, so they're the same as else. They've got to get on that conveyor belt, they've got to show that they're good, they've got to beat a few kids, they've got to start selling tickets to help me do the shows and to be spotted by the promoters, and once they're on the TV promoters show, you know, they're going to be in big fights, and if they win them they're going to go forward, and if they lose they've got to come back down to the level they was with me, and then we rebuild them.
Boxing promoting is a very tough game, even at the highest level. So without the TV deal, without the TV money, it sometimes can be an uphill struggle, can't it?
You know, I'm not crying about it because it's my decision, I do it, but it's very, very difficult. But it's always been difficult, you know. You know, the likes of Frank Warren have said that, you know, it's a fundamentally flawed business, and it's very difficult. He's been doing it years, he's still doing it years, he probably wonders why he is, and you know, I'm the same sometimes, but you always carry on and you keep doing it, and to say now with this little bit of help from Matchroom, I mean, it's probably only 3 or 4 shows a year I'm going to get, you know, it's going to help us out.
But in terms of profile and lifting some of your younger fighters up, it's a great vehicle, isn't it?
Of course it is. You know, in a way, we're a bit, I wouldn't like to say amateurish, but we're at a lot lower level than what Eddie and Matchroom is with all their staff. So if we can utilise and tap into their staff to help promote our normal kids, to try and make them into stars, you know, it can only be a good thing.
I agree. I said with this, I think it's a great thing to highlight some of the shows that maybe don't get the attention of what they deserve, you know? So.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what people got to understand, and I spoke to Eddie about it, he's only got a certain number of fighters that he can promote. So there'll be kids who are fighting on my shows, and they'll probably be seen like by Frank Warren, and you know, they might end up progressing onto Frank's shows as well. And that's the way it is. In the window. Yeah, then Mick Hennessy might see a few, and he's got a Channel 5 up in there, and he'll say, I like the look of that kid, and he sold a few tickets. Can I put him on my show I'm doing in Leeds? And you know, so there's benefits for everybody. So it's not just about us and Matchroom, even though we are working together on this. You know, the boxers in a whole will benefit, and that's the good thing about it.
Indeed. Well, Steve, I think it's a great deal, and as I said, sometimes you've got to roll the dice. Well done for being brave enough to get involved, mate.
Yeah, cheers, James. Thanks very much, mate.
Thanks, Steve. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
For that.